Alright, is it starting? Yep. Alright, there we go. Alright, hey, what's up, y'all? It's Aaron Foster. This is my first video I've made in a while, but I decided why not. So let's get into it. It's just going to be my bracket predictions. And I don't know too many things about some of these teams. It's just my prediction. And obviously, I'm biased a little bit. Just a little bit. But here's my bracket so far. So, first game, you got Duke and either one of these teams, whichever one of them they play, I think, Tuesday or Wednesday. But Duke's going to win that one. I mean, that's pretty much easy. Unless Zion gets hurt, they still should win. So, next game after that, you got VCU and UCF. I don't know too much about these teams, but I'm inclined to pick VCU just because I think they were in a tougher conference, and they've had past success even without Shaka Smart. So I think they should get past that. Next game, I see a lot of people picking Liberty, but because it's the 5-12, and in recent history, it's like the 12 seed has a chance to upset the 5 seed most of the time. I've seen that, but now it's like they switched it up. It's like now the 6 and 11, the 11 seed beats the 6 seed. But either way, I think Mississippi State's got this. They played my team, the Vols, pretty tough. Quindary, I think his last name's Witherspoon. Witherspoon, he's good. He's really good. I'm not sure what his name is, but he's real good. Virginia Tech, St. Louis. This could be another upset, but to be honest, I'm not picking too many upsets. I got Virginia Tech winning that. Now, Maryland and Belmont Temple. So, me being from Tennessee, Belmont, they're in Nashville. I'm inclined to pick them. I just know they're a good 3-point shooting team. They're well coached by Bird. But for the sake of this, I think Maryland's going to get them. That's just what I'm thinking right now. But I have another bracket with Belmont or Temple winning. But I just think Belmont's going to win. If Belmont wins, then I think they have a good chance. I don't know about Temple. All right, LSU and Yale. LSU's obviously got the head coach issue. He's under fire for possibly paying a player, getting caught on the wiretap. I still think they can win. They're pretty talented. They beat my team, even though I think they shouldn't have. I think that was kind of cheap. But anyways, so I'm seeing a lot of Yale upsets over LSU, and I can see it happening just because their coach ain't there, and that's a big deal in terms of in sports. So, but I'm still gonna go with LSU. That's just me being cautious. And then next game, Louisville, Minnesota. I know Patino was at Minnesota and Louisville, and Patino ain't there anymore, obviously, at Louisville. But it's going to be an interesting matchup either way. I got Louisville winning. It's because they're more battle hardened. They've beaten some good teams, the ACC. So I think they got this. Michigan State, Bradley. Michigan State. I mean, come on now. I just don't see Bradley putting up a good fight. Gonzaga and FDU or PV. I'm not even saying the team names. I just know likely the 1 seeds are going to win. Unless you're Virginia, I'm just kidding. I think Virginia's going to get it. Syracuse, Baylor. I think Syracuse has they're more battle hardened, as I've been saying. They've kept it close. They actually beat Duke. That was without. They beat Duke one time, so I think they're more tested. So I think they got this. Marquette, Murray State. Murray State's obviously got Ja Morant or J.A. Morant, whatever his name is. But he's good. He's really, really good. But I don't know if that'd be enough to carry them against Marquette, because Marquette's got Marcus Howard and the 2 Hauser twins. And I think they'll just overpower Murray State, just stop Morant if they can, and they should be able to get him. I think Marcus Howard's got it too. Florida State, Vermont. Florida State plays it tough. They made it they beat Virginia to go to the ACC championship, but I don't know. I just can't see Vermont beating them. I got Florida State unless Florida State lays an egg. That like anything can happen in the tournament. I just don't see. I don't see a lot of the higher seeds laying an egg. I just don't. Buffalo and Arizona State or St. John's. I think that's St. John's. I think I'm pretty sure it is. But Buffalo, 31-3. They've played it tough all year. You know, they've done what they can. So I'm just gonna pick them, no matter who wins. Texas Tech, Northern Kentucky. Um, I think Texas Tech's gonna be a dark horse, even as a 3 seed. Thinking they might be slept on, being on Gonzaga's side of the bracket. Uh, so I think they'll get past Northern Kentucky. I think they will. That's Gonzaga. Yeah, Gonzaga. Nevada, Florida. Tennessee fan, so naturally don't like Florida, but they did beat LSU. I like that. And even if I wasn't biased, I'd still say Nevada. They ain't played anyone all year, but I honestly think that they'll still beat Florida. I think they will, unless Kayvon Allen goes off. They should still beat them. Michigan, Montana. I can't see Montana beating Michigan unless Michigan lays, like I said, lays a goose egg. Then that's about it. But Michigan, I got them winning that. Virginia, Gardner Webb. I don't see Virginia laying an egg again like last year. One of the best games of all time. Ole Miss, Oklahoma. That's one of the trickier ones. But if Ole Miss plays like they should, plays well, plays consistent, unlike they have been the last few games, they should beat Oklahoma. I think they got that. Wisconsin and Oregon. Sorry about the layout too. This is just my tournament challenge. Makes it easier for me to tell my picks. So that's going to be a good game. Wisconsin, Oregon. I don't know. Oregon's done really good, but I just feel like Ethan Happ and Wisconsin will prevail. They'll stop Pritchard, and since they don't have Bowl, which they haven't had him all year, but I just think Wisconsin got it. Now, here's one of the few upsets I got was UC Irvine and Kansas State. I've got Irvine winning this one. Kansas State, I saw where it said they were without, what's his name? Dean Wade. Yep, they're out. They're without him, or most likely going to be without him. If they are without him, I think Irvine wins, but I think Irvine's got it. I think they do. Even with Wade, I think Kansas State went all the way to the Elite Eight last year, beat Kentucky. I think they got it. Villanova, St. Mary's. St. Mary's coming off the upset of Gonzaga. That was a good game. That was a great game to watch at the end. I was like, okay. Because Gonzaga was killing, beating everyone. And I don't know. Villanova's battle hardened. They're tested, even though they have Phillip Booth and what's his name? Something Pascal. But I know Pascal's good. That leadership right there should help them prevail against St. Mary's, in my opinion. Purdue and Old Dominion. I got Purdue winning that one. Let's see. Cincinnati, Iowa. I could see if Iowa plays well, they can shoot the three well. If they defend well, I think they have a chance of beating Cincinnati, but I don't see that happening. So I'm going to pick Cincinnati win that one. Tennessee and Colgate. Now, I went to the SEC championship game. It wasn't good, but you take it, Auburn. They were just on fire from three. Live by the three, die by the three. They were making it every single shot, like no matter what was going on. So I'm not too worried about that. And for another thing, I think that helped us in the tournament. Because if we would have got a 1 seed, we probably would have been put out west. And that's honestly one of the harder regions to be in with Gonzaga and Texas Tech. I think it was Michigan. Who was the four? Florida State and all them. So honestly, it could be a blessing in disguise that we lost and got the 2 seed. But this ain't about Tennessee. I'm just saying. I still think they'll beat Colgate if we can just shut down the three, play our game well with Admiral and Grant Williams, and if Bone can do his thing, I think we'll be fine. I'm going to speed this up here. North Carolina, Iona, North Carolina. Utah State, Washington. I watched that Pac-12 game. Washington looked dreadful, except for that one player. What's his name? one of the best defenders in the country. What's his name? Matisse Thabule, or whatever his name is. But he's good. He's good. But I don't know if that'd be enough to prevail against Utah State. So I got Utah State winning. Now, here's another upset I got. I just don't know if Auburn can keep up with what. I don't know. Don't call me biased, but New Mexico State's 30-4. They've had a good team. This reminds me of that team from a few years ago that was about the same record, and they upset. I think it was West Virginia. It was what was that? Stephen F. Austin and that ginger dude was just going off. I could see that happening here. So that's one of my upsets. I got New Mexico State winning, and I got Kansas beating Northeastern, even with all the injuries and players leaving for Kansas. I still think they got it. Excuse me. Iowa State, Ohio State. Iowa State, they won their title. They looked really, really good in that game against Kansas. I think they continued momentum and they beat Ohio State. Houston, they're kind of underrated. I think they'll beat Georgia State, even though they had that setback against Cincinnati in the championship, the AAC championship game. I think, even though they had that setback, they were doing good before, and I think they got it. Wofford, Seton Hall. I've seen flip flop between Seton Hall and Wofford. I don't know. I'll pick Wofford. Got an overall better record, 29-4. Seton Hall. They've had a few pretty good games, but beat Kentucky by 1. Yeah, I knew they beat someone big. Beat Marquette twice. Beat Villanova once. I don't know. I'll pick Wofford though. They're the higher seed and they're the smaller team, smaller level team, I should say. But I think Wofford's got it. And then Kentucky, Abilene Christian, Kentucky, that's easy enough. All right, round of 32. I'm just gonna go through Duke. I don't see VCU beating them. I got Mississippi State beating Virginia Tech. Mississippi State's underrated, and even though the Vols beat them, we beat them twice within the last 2 weeks. They're underrated, and once they get if they get Quindary Witherspoon, I think it's Witherspoon. I don't know, but if they get his brother back, I don't know the whole situation about that, but because he didn't play the last 2 times against us, but if they get him back, they can make a run up until Duke. But let's see, I got Maryland, LSU. I still got LSU winning, despite their not being their head coach not being there. Michigan State. I got Michigan State beating Louisville. Michigan State's just overall really good. What's that guy's name? Cassius. What's his name? Cassius something. Okay, they lost Langford, but Cassius Winston. There we go. Him and McQuaid. They went off the other day in the championship game, so I think they got that. Gonzaga, Syracuse. Gonzaga's just going to overpower them, I think. So I got Gonzaga winning that one. That gum. Florida State, Marquette. I'll take Florida State in that one. I think overall they got some length and athleticism on them, and I think that'll overmatch the 2 Hauser twins. And plus Marcus Howard, he's short. He can make buckets. He can get buckets all day, every day. But I think he's just the length and athleticism of Florida State is going to prevail. Buffalo, Texas Tech. I see Texas Tech winning that one. Just as a higher seed, and they got something to prove, I think. They won't be looking against Buffalo. I think they got that one. Nevada, Michigan. Nevada got past Florida, or they're going to get past Florida, I think. But they haven't played any team with the caliber of Michigan all year, I'm pretty sure. So I think I got Michigan easily winning that one. Virginia, Ole Miss. Virginia, I got that. I got them winning that one. Wisconsin, UC Irvine. I have Wisconsin winning that one. I think they'll overpower. That could be another upset on the watch, though. But who knows what that'll be. I think Irvine could beat them, but like I said, I feel Hap's going to start doing good again. Villanova, Purdue. With Purdue, Carson Edwards, he's really, really good. That's the only player I know on him. like I said, not too well known in basketball. Just my opinions. I feel like Villanova's experience in the tournament with their head coach Jay Wright. He's got that experience. I think he'll dial up the right plays and have them win. Cincinnati, Tennessee. Now we got screwed on this one. Sadly, I think we did, but this game's going to be in Columbus, Ohio, so it essentially could be a home game for Cincinnati. I still think we'll prevail if we can stop. I think his name's Cumberland, Jared Cumberland or something. If we stop him, I think we're fine. If we just play our game, I think we got it. North Carolina, Utah State. Carolina's been going off lately, except when they lost to Duke. So I just feel like they'll keep it going against Utah State. They'll win that. Kansas, New Mexico State. I don't see a lot of people picking Kansas to go far. I just think they'll somehow overcome that, and I think they'll make the Sweet 16. Iowa State, Houston. I got Houston winning that one. Oh, you know what? In the middle of the video, I don't know. Iowa State's good. I'm gonna stay with Houston. I think Houston's got this one. Just because they're a higher seed, but I think they'll feel as if they're the underdog due to Iowa State winning the Big 12. I think Houston's going to get that one. It's not really an upset per se, but I would say it could be in terms of them being a smaller school and people thinking, oh, Iowa State on name recognition possibly. I think they get that one. Wofford, Kentucky. I've seen people say Wofford could give Kentucky problems. That might as well be true, but I still think Kentucky's going to win. They're a good team. And I say that as a Tennessee fan. They're a good team. They can make a good run, in my opinion. All right, so we go to Sweet 16. Duke, Mississippi State. Duke's going to win that. If Duke shoots the ball well in the tournament, they can go all the way. You add that with Zion and R.J. Barrett and Trey Jones. There we go. I think they can do well. LSU, Michigan State. I got Michigan State winning that one. LSU's run comes to an end, I think. Michigan State's just too talented for them. And if LSU don't have their head coach then for sure Tom Izzo has the advantage on that one, even with Will Wade. But I think Michigan State's got that one. Gonzaga, Florida State. Gonzaga winning that one. They got some of the best players. Yeah, what's up? All right, I got you. I'll see you there. That's the college life for you. But yeah, I got Gonzaga beating Florida State. I don't know. Gonzaga's just one of the better teams in the country. They're the only team that beat Duke at full strength. And even though my team beat them, we beat Gonzaga at full strength. So, and that's without Lamonte Turner. We still won. So I still think Gonzaga should go pretty far. Texas Tech, Michigan. I think Michigan's got that one. I have a feeling Michigan always seems to hit that late stride the last few tournaments, especially last year. And I think they'll go kind of far. Virginia, Wisconsin. I think Virginia will clamp down on Hap this time around, and I think Virginia's got that one. Villanova, Tennessee. I think this one would be tough. It would be tough, but I have us prevailing. I feel like Admiral's going to go off, or him or Grant. I don't know what position Pascal plays. I think he's the smaller 3 or the 4. I can't remember. But whichever one he is on, if he's on Grant Williams, I have a feeling Schofield, his senior leadership will carry us through, and so will Bone. It'll be Bone against Booth, I'm pretty sure. And I think we got this one. So with our leadership, I think we got it. North Carolina, Kansas. Kansas's run comes to an end. They were too injured. And Kobe White and Luke May in North Carolina, they'll just carry them to victory. I just can't see Kansas winning that one. Houston, Kentucky. Like I said, whether this is Houston or Iowa State, I do not like Kentucky, but I just know If that hero goes off, PJ Washington, either one of them, if they just go off, it's over. Especially Hero. He's going to be a pretty decent NBA player, I think. And when he catches fire, he catches fire. And we were lucky he didn't catch fire Saturday when we beat him. One of the best games of the year, in my opinion. But that's just me being biased. But got Kentucky winning, going to the Elite Eight. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay. Duke, Michigan State. I've seen some experts pick Michigan State to beat Duke, and I can see it. But I think Zion he's just a once in a generation player, just like LeBron. Not saying he's good as LeBron, but one of the better players in college basketball in recent memory. So I just think they'll prevail against Michigan State and Cassius Winston. Gonzaga, Michigan. I think Michigan's run-ins here. Gonzaga's just going to overpower them too much, and that's pretty much it. And I know my bracket's kind of boring. You kind of got 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. I don't know. I'm a cautious guy. Just the way things go with me, I just stay on the caution side, just err on the side of caution, or whatever that saying is. But Virginia, Tennessee. As y'all may have seen already, I'm biased in this bracket, but I really think we can do it, even though we got drugged by Auburn. I think we'll beat Virginia. The way they play slow, but if we start hitting shots on them, any team can beat Virginia the way they play. They play solid defense. They can also shoot threes, but if you clamp them down and you play with a mixture of fast pace and slow and methodical, I think you can get them. If you keep it at a low-scoring game, that's what favors them. But if you can start shooting well, as you saw last year, and I know it's last year, but still, if you saw last year, UMCB, I think is what it is, or whatever that college team was, they just drubbed them. They were hitting every shot. So I think we got them. North Carolina, Kentucky. This would be a tough game to pick, but I feel like North Carolina's got it. That game, as some of the experts would say, I think I'm copying one of the experts. It's going to come down to the guard play, whether that be Kobe White against Ashton Hagen. I feel like, or Luke May, maybe against. He might go up against PJ Washington. I'm not too sure, but Kentucky's depth could get them. They could prevail, and that would make a part 4 for the Tennessee game, and I would be scared of that. Honestly, as a Tennessee fan, I'd be scared of that. But I just feel like Carolina's going to prevail somehow. Final 4, I got Duke, Gonzaga, Tennessee, and North Carolina. Here's where I guess you could say my bias comes in, but Duke and Gonzaga. I feel like if Duke's at full strength, that's going to be one of the better games of the year. But I feel like Duke gets revenge and beats Gonzaga. Goes to the championship game for the, I don't know how manyth time, 20 millionth. Here I come as a Tennessee fan. Tennessee and North Carolina. This game would come down to, I don't know, just with Grant Williams, Admiral Schofield, Jordan Bone, and the X Factor could be Lamonte Turner or Kyle Alexander. One of them could go off in a game. And those are our 2 players that not too many people know. If we just do our thing, play solid defense, don't leave people open for 3, I think we got it. I really do. And I feel like our experience can lead us here too. Kobe White, he's a freshman point guard against Jordan Bone, the junior. I feel like Bone can get the better of him if we play defense, but that's going to be it. And here we go, Duke and Tennessee in the championship. And as a Tennessee fan, I've never seen anything like this. As a Titans fan, I've never seen anything like this. If we win this, honestly, and I'm being biased here, and Duke probably would beat us, but for the sake of argument and me being biased, and for the first time in my lifetime since 98, I was born in 98, and we won the championship in 99, in January 99. I was like 4 months old. I don't remember that, so that don't count. But I would cry. I would legit cry if this happened, and I hope it does, but that's my picks right there. That's my bracket, and it's a little bit biased, not too many upsets, just a few. And I mean, I'm gonna be wrong. I most likely am gonna be wrong everywhere. So thank y'all for watching. If you liked it, this is my first video in forever. I just do a random set of videos. I'm thinking about doing more of these types of videos. Just like and comment, subscribe. You know, it's probably at my best thing. It's my first time actually doing this in forever. Just do whatever you want. Just share the video. And thank y'all for watching. And hopefully y'all can make y'all's brackets and do the same thing as me. And hope y'all can do better than I do, most likely. But thank y'all for watching.